Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and EU4 Common Sense Scotland Edition. Alright, so in the last video I was considering a war with England, and unfortunately I realized I made a bit of a derp. So if you look over here, you'll see I have a truce until July 1476, not July 1467. That was my goof, a little bit of a dyslexic goof there, but I cannot go to war with England for another 9 years at least, so that kind of throws all those plans out the wazoo. As far as war, unless somebody embargoes me and gives me a good valid trade dispute, the only really target I have is Norway. And Norway is currently in a war with Denmark is in a war with Novgorod, Sweden, Lithuania, and Poland, apparently. Whoa, wait, when did Lithuania and Poland join the war? Last I checked, it was just Sweden and Novgorod. Oh, that is very interesting. They're going to peace out pretty quick then, aren't they? Huh. But yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much the only target I have. Now, I do have a CB against them. The problem is I'm currently allied with Denmark, but I could always dissolve it. Could always do that. Not a problem. While I have the money real quick, let's just go ahead and repay one of my loans. There we go. Uses up some of my extra money as far as interest, but at least I'm not going to be paying as much per month in interest, so this should go up just a wee little bit. Actually, what would happen if I reduce my inflation? Currently, it is increasing build cost, mercenary, infantry, cavalry, ships, advisors, transports, everything goes up, everything I want to use, and unfortunately it also means that my advisors are costing me more too. Should I just reduce inflation a little bit? It's just going to stay still unless I do that. I don't know, maybe. Well, actually, we can currently take National Ideas 5. Ooh, Admin Tech 5 could be nice. The base cost, it says, is increasing by 0.6 over time. Which I don't what does that mean exactly? It increases over time. What do you mean it increases over time? Over time, as I fall behind time in the tech, I should be getting a discount, right? You know what? I'm going to pick it up. Not only because I will get the production efficiency by 20%, I will also get production efficiency plus 10% just for having it. So let's take it. There we go. I can now pick up a group of ideas. Alright, so in previous videos I did not see any comments as of yet, as far as what ideas I should go with. I'm still kind of torn. I mean, administrative ideas are definitely my favorite in the game. Economic, administrative, and humanist are all really good. Innovative's quite good. As far as military ideas, I'm not going to take any of those yet because it's more important that I get really ahead of time as far as military tech is concerned, but quantity is still really powerful. I feel like defensive ideas are actually really powerful in this expansion as well. Because it reduces your land attrition that you suffer by 25% and increases the attrition of enemies quite a bit while also providing a lot of really nice bonuses. Morale of armies plus 15% is great. Yearly army tradition, maneuver, which also reduces attrition, by the way, so that's always nice. Land maintenance, fort maintenance and defense, reinforced speed. I mean, it's all good. Everything in defensive ideas is good. So I feel like those two are really powerful, but we want to probably start with a diplomatic idea. So knowing that, diplomatic ideas are really good in the sense that getting the extra diplomat and diplomatic relation would be quite nice. I don't care about reducing the cost of war exhaustion yet, although that might be useful later in the game. Improve relations, meh, I'm not in a rush. Diplomatic reputation is nice. Province war score cost would be nice, but I'm not at war and won't be for a little while probably. Diplomatic technology cost is the main reason I would pick this up, honestly. I would save myself so many monarch points. But I'm having so much trouble with money that I'm still thinking trade might be the best. And I'm thinking it might get me a little bit of money in the early game, but I'm thinking in the late game, when I've taken London and I have control of the English trade node, this should just make me buckets of ducats. So much money out of trade ideas. It'd be fantastic. I mean, I should be able to steer plenty of income into the English trade node, which I'll have a dominant presence in. Steer some out of the White Sea, steer plenty more out of the New World. I mean, the trade ideas, in theory, should just get me a lot of money. I think I will become a trade power in this game. So, trade ideas make sense. I'm going to pick it up, and in fact, I can even get the first idea now, which is global trade power. I don't think I'm going to get to Tech 6 for a little while, and I don't think I care that much, so yeah. Let's go ahead and grab up 20% global trade power. So that should improve my power in the English trade node a little bit. I don't know if it'll reflect here quite yet. Let's see if my income goes up much. I like to think it will. But anyway, okay. What are the things I'm looking at? So, Denmark, buddy. I'm thinking I want to go to war with your vassal. Of course, I don't have any transport, so it's probably irrelevant. But one of the wonderful... Whoops. Cannot, I swear to God. You keep asking that, I'm just going to vassalize you out of spite. If you didn't have that claim on Meath and the potential of picking up the Welsh territories, I would just vassalize you now. Oh, sorry, annex you. Derp. Okay. Improve our prestige is my current mission. I don't know if I'm going to get 50 prestige. I have to get 40 more. It's a lot. It's doable, but it's a lot. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to anytime soon. It might be better just get a new mission. Okie doke. Well, I need transports, though, if I am going to go to war with Norway. And if I did that, would anyone join me? No. Denmark would protect Norway, which is to be expected. I mean, they're in a union. They kind of have to, but my guys wouldn't. Sweden is in debt. And wait, they have a truce? Oh. Why didn't I get a pop-up for that? I thought for sure I would. Huh. Accepted military access with Muscovy. Accepted peace. Novgorod have accepted peace. Novgorod gained some prestige. Muscovy ceded a province to Novgorod. Really? Usually I see Novgorod die horribly, but apparently this time they actually survived just fine. How fascinating. Alright, well that means Denmark is no longer at war. Actually, I'm curious then. Does that mean that Denmark has much of an army? Denmark. You have 10,000 troops. And Norway has 4. That's pretty pathetic. What about navies? That's the bigger question, really. 0 ships for Denmark. They lost their entire navy. Wow, okay. And what about Norway? Do you have any? Nope. No ships for any of them. Okay, so if I did declare war, I should, in theory, be able to occupy these islands pretty easily. And they wouldn't be able to send those troops over to do much of anything about it. I'm okay with that. Definitely okay with that. Alright, well, let's just keep getting some money so I can build some transports, because I'm going to need those, and then that'll be that, yeah. I feel like a war with Denmark and Norway is a good idea. We'll want to do that. Of course, I'm going to have to break my alliance with him first, which I think I can do if I just rival him. He'll probably break it with me, but I don't know how that affects royal marriage. That would be interesting. I need to look that up. Or, you know what? No, we'll just find out. It won't make us do that before it tells us what the results will be, right? We'll know the consequences before we dissolve any royal ties, so yeah, we'll take a look at that once I have the alliance broken. Alright, well, unfortunately, these claims that I got with England are going to be useless for at least a few more years, but... Connaught peasants have risen up in Connaught. Oh, great. I guess I better go and save Connaught, huh? Connaught, this is... Whoops, hang on. There should be a stable government. Deeply worried about some changes. Accept demands. 50 admin power or 10 prestige. Gosh darn. I have to lose the prestige. Well, that definitely means that this mission is pointless, so I'm just going to get rid of it right now. Alright, let's up the army maintenance so I can go and save my vassal, which I'm not thrilled about, but we're going to have to do it. He lost everything. He only had 2 guys to begin with, and he lost them all. Oh, that sucks. But they are just peasants, and peasants are easily dealt with. Yes? Yes. Looks like I actually wasn't fully reinforced, so this actually could have been for the better. Yeah, let's go ahead and deal with this with my super awesome general. Squash them down. And I only lost 782 men. So, you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world. Let's go ahead and drop the maintenance back down most of the way. I'll leave it up a little bit so they can reinforce their manpower, but I don't want to do too much. Oh, wait. I have a little bit of money. Let's build a cog. What's the fastest? 339 days, 12.3 ducats. Sounds good to me. We will get ourselves some money. When's the next loan going to be due? 1st of March next year. So I've got a few months to make enough money. Let's recall our diplomat with Flanders. That's not going to do much good. Stupid Flanders. Who's allied with England? He's allied with Nevers, Brabant, and Friesland. So let's improve relations with some of those guys. Let's see if we can't keep them away from the war. Give them a reason not to get involved. That's what I say. Alright, it's going to be a while, unfortunately, before I have any cogs available, but I should be able to build another one right now, so let's do that. Probably in Lothian. There we go. So in a year-ish, I should have 2 transports. That's not a lot, but that might be enough, honestly, because the islands have, as long as they have no forts, I should be able to just drop off 1 regiment on each, and they'll be okay. Iceland, even, could potentially become mine. That might be nice. We'll consider that, but 2 transports I'm hoping will be enough. It'll be very difficult, obviously, to land any troops on the mainland here, but in theory, I could do something with it. I should consider definitely sending my fleet to trap the entire Danish army. See, this is the problem I have with Denmark's AI. Denmark sits their army, like on, in this case, Sjælland or Fyn, an island where if I just park my fleet and blockade these straits, they're not going anywhere. And they're doomed. Oh wait, are they at war with someone else? Who's blockading? The Hansa. No, the Hansa is at war with Brunswick, which probably means they're involved with... Yeah. So they're going against Wismar, but they're not helping against Denmark. Okay. Anyway, I could just trap the entire Danish army right here and just siege a lot of their provinces out, and really, what are they going to do? Answer? Nothing. They ain't going to do nothing. Now, if I can get them out of the war, that would be great. Do you actually have a lot of prestige? You have 9 prestige. Okay. Well, if I do rival them, that actually would be very nice for me, wouldn't it? So, yeah, let's definitely get these transports going. Oh, no. A great advisor has died, the quartermaster. Oh, no, please. Tell me not the quartermaster. Unfortunately, I am making less money, not more. My trade did go up a little bit, but I'm somewhere spending more. It's probably because of the ships. Boo! Alright, missions are available now. The rival of our rival is Burgundy. So make Burgundy like me for prestige and power. Yep. You like me a little bit. Little tiny weeny bit. I've already improved relations with you, though, a little bit, so... my aggressive expansion will burn off over time. We'll get you eventually, Burgundy. And I always like the free Diplo and prestige. Sounds good. Okay. Well, my transports are on the way. Let's go ahead and start moving the army north into the highlands. Doop, 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 doop. 30 days. 1472. Actually, I'm sorry. I've got a couple of years before I have to worry about these bank loans. Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe it'd be worth building another light ship, actually. Probably. Yep. Let's build another one of those. Start increasing our trade power. They are more effective now, thanks to my trade ideas, than they were before. So, how are we doing on that, honestly? We've got 13% of the English trade node. Okay. Only 33% of the North Sea, though. I suspect a lot of that is because I don't have... What is this? Bergenschuss? Austria has declared war. Fine with me. Yeah, Bergenschuss is a coastal center of trade, which is pretty nice. If I actually could take that from Norway, that'd be amazing, but I feel like my odds of doing that are really quite low. Oh well. Alright, the next ship is almost done, so let's raise up our army maintenance. Amazingly, I can actually pay for it now without losing everything, because most of my troops are reinforced. Provincial unrest. We're doing okay. Well, it says 10.8 years, 5.4, 21.7. I should be okay, you'd think, right? Because the separatism should be ticking down gradually over time. So, yeah, in theory, that means that these guys may never fire. And that would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Okay, so I have a CB against Orkney. So all I need really is going to be 1 troop for that. Actually, I'll make that I actually should probably send my cavalry out. Yeah, cavalry are better at, what's the word? Looting. That's the word I'm looking for. Cavalry are better at looting. So as long as they don't get into a fight while they're on their own, they'll get me a little extra money. And here's something I recently learned from a video of another YouTuber, is that apparently you get full looting even while you are on no army maintenance, which is interesting. Your units can actually pay more than pay for themselves if you have no army maintenance and they're just sitting around looting. Who would have thought? But apparently it's true. Well, we have our other thing. So, okay, let's take a look at this. So if I rival Denmark... Whoops. That's not me. That's me. If I rival Denmark, they have a small navy, our army, and practically nothing as far as navy. So if I rival them, and then no diplomats to send, I should probably fix that. Oh, Denmark broke their alliance with us. We also just lost a Master of Mint. I didn't realize we had a Master of Mint, but okay. Shows how much I knew my cabinet, how much I knew my men. Not very well at all. Okay, so if I look at dissolving royal ties, what would be involved in that these days? Break royal ties. Okay, see, yeah, I would only lose 1 prestige now. It used to be that I would lose, like, a stability, but that's no longer the case because I'm rivaled with them. So yeah, let's absolutely break our royal ties and get free. Alright. Can you sense what is coming, Norway? Probably not. Oh, Flanders, you stupid, stupid moron. Why are you getting involved here? Flanders, do you have any ships? Do I need to be worried about you at all? You have 2 light ships, not a threat. I could blockade you and try to get you out of the war. Forcefully. Very aggressively. Actually, if I declared war on them... No, I have no Casus Belli. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense at all. Alright. Muscovy would join, but they didn't have any fleet either. So that doesn't mean much of anything, really. Denmark has a ship. I'll catch that out pretty quickly. The fact that I have no allies to join me is very sad. France won't even join. I really wish they would, but they won't. And I don't want to call them because if they refuse, they break my alliance. So, no. This is unfortunate, but I think we're going to have to do it. Because we need stuff. And you know what? If I am able to siege Flanders out at all, and maybe get some money out of them, I'm okay with that. So, you know what? This is dangerous, but I think the fact that we have naval superiority is going to have to be enough for us. So let's declare war. While we're at it, real quick, let's go ahead and up our next level of tech. And in fact, we probably should up our unit type as well. Do I want the men-at-arms with defensive pips or the longbow? Probably the longbow. And the Latin Knights trade out with... those. However you pronounce that. I'm not strictly sure how you do, but... Alright. So if I take these and say, yes, I want to get transported over to Shetland, and I take this and say, go to Orkney and siege that out, and then I take my fleet and go and squish the Danes while I still can. Nope, they're retreating. England has announced me as a rival. There we go. Say goodbye, Flanders. Nice knowing ya. Let's land over here. Theologian Arthur so-and-so has died, and Philosopher has died. That means we lost one of our guys, didn't we? Yes, we did. Alright. Inflation reduction could be nice, or I could just save myself the monthly money. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I really didn't want you involved in this war, Orkney. That was not what I had in mind. I'm sorry, not Orkney. Flanders. Stupid Flanders. It's not what I had in mind at all. But I'm not worried about you because you have no ships. So let's go and trap the army. Send our men off. There we go. Hey, Burgundy, you like us now. That's good. What other missions we got? Improve our prestige. I mean, it's the only thing we can take, so I guess we will. Alright. So if I go here and split you up and do this... and stop the straits, you're not going anywhere, correct? So I probably need to pay attention to make sure there's no Muscovy fleet, but I don't care necessarily if I have them fully blockaded. I just want to make sure that their troops aren't moving around. So let's get that. Let's split this up and send the other one off to... what is this? I have no idea how you pronounce that. Fararna? Something? Who knows? It's there, though. Shetland has come under our occupation. Actually, let's send both of them that direction. And we also have Orkney. Yes, okay. So I'll just let you continue to siege for a little while. Let's pause. Whoop. Improvements in trade technology. Our merchants have picked up a few new concepts when it comes to handling trade. Oh, that's pretty nice. Beneficial. That must be because of my trade ideas. Depending on the ideas you take, you can get different events, I believe. I can get extra inflation for some Diplo power, or, I mean, I think this is worth it. 50 Diplo power is great. I mean, that's putting us closer to another trade idea. I love that. That's fantastic. So we'll do it. Okay. Do you have a lot of loot? Nope, you have very little loot at all. So that's fine. Let's just continue sending our stuff over to Ferarna, and then we'll head over to Iceland and siege that down, and then we will see how the Danes are feeling after that. Your entire army is trapped. You have one galley, a light ship, another galley, and 3 transports. So you can't even really move your army around very quickly. You actually have you have a mothballed fort, Norway. If I were able to transport some troops over there and grab that, that could give me some nice war score, but I do know that Norway has 4,000 troops. So I don't know if I want to land over there, really. Ferarna has become ours. So let's go over to Iceland next. Let's see what we can... Well... Cannot negotiate a separate peace with them. Okay. So let's just see as far as what things cost. So if I wanted to take this, that's 4 war score, 10 war score, 16, 22, and 28. That's not much at all. Not much war score, I should say. It might be difficult to do that, though. It might be difficult to get 28 war score, unless I am able to successfully trap the entirety of the Danish army, which I currently have. And I possibly could siege down some of his provinces without him being able to respond at all, which would be able to get me enough war score, probably. Maybe even some money. I don't think I want to do anything about Flanders, though. Looks like they've got 2 different forts and at least 9,000 troops, which is too much for me to deal with right now, so we're not going to bother. Alright, well this has been enough for this episode. I think we're involved in a war I hadn't been planning on, but hey, you know what? Maybe we'll get something. It could be great. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for future content. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.